I'm Jen, and welcome to my studio. And today we're doing a Tappy Talks. This is a vlog series where we kind of just like discuss different things about tap, or I give you guys little tips about how to be a better tap dancer, or like today's subject is cross training. So we're going to talk about cross training. This came up in a conversation that I had with a good friend of mine, and he basically said, what's the best way to work on ankle flexibility or ankle strength? And I was just like, cross training in ballet. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, cross training in ballet. So I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of cross training in other styles. My biggest emphasis is going to be on ballet. And I know a lot of tap dancers are like, I don't like ballet. And I'm like, hear me out. Because a lot of people don't like working out, but they do it because it makes them healthier, it makes them better at the sport that they're doing. But not everybody likes conditioning day. Who really likes conditioning day except for me? I really do. But Chelsea Memel likes conditioning day for her Chelsea's adult gymnastics journey. I'm like a gymnastics fan anyway. But she loves conditioning day. Not a lot of people love conditioning day. So cross training in ballet. Let's talk about the other styles first before we get there. So cross training in other styles. Every style of dance offers a tap dancer something that can benefit them as a tap dancer. So let's say you want to take a jazz class. Well, how's jazz going to help me in tap? Everywhere. So while the techniques are not very similar, jazz does have a lot of work in plie, but like upper body is up, everything is unless you're doing like a funk jazz, but we'll talk about hip hop in a little bit, which is close to funk jazz. But jazz has a lot of like bent knees, a lot of plie, a lot of stylized movement. You can use that to really help you with your tap. First of all, working in plie, that's all we do. We have that pop position where we're just constantly in this ready to move plie. Taking a jazz Fosse class is incredibly helpful for a tap dancer, just because of body positions alone. Because tap dancers do work in very strange body positions. We don't think about them because we're so focused on our feet. But trust me, we work in some strange body positions. Like, this is the tap dancer's typical, like, I am here. It's a very attractive position from the side. But that's, a lot of jazz dance is rooted in positions like that. So working in a jazz class is going to help you solidify your comfort. I was going to say comfortability. Comfort in those plie positions. So cross training in jazz, very helpful. Also, it really helps with arms. So a lot of times as a tap dancer, you will have choreographed arms. Taking a jazz class helps you practice using your feet and working with choreographed arms. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Working with choreographed arms. Especially if it's a musical theater jazz class. Now you're getting into very relevant for tap dance, because a lot of tap dance occurs in musical theater. So anytime that you can take a jazz class and it's musical theater based or Fosse based, you are doing yourself a great service for tap dance, specifically if you're going into it for musical theater. And I know a lot of you guys are, because you guys comment and you're like, oh, I'm a musical theater person. And I'm like, yay! I love musical theater. It's amazing. Okay, but what about hip hop? Hip hop is amazing because, first of all, it's a rhythmic movement style. Everything in hip hop has to do with rhythm. So in a hip hop class, you're going to get to use your entire body to portray rhythm, rather than just your feet and some of your body. In tap, you get to learn to use your whole body. Like, I don't know how to do these, but those isolations where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, that is using joints, literal just joints of your arm to portray rhythm. That is so helpful for a tap dancer, because getting rhythm in different parts of your body, that's a cross training that is just unmatched for us. So that cross trains the rhythmic brain, but also hip hop is also in plie. A lot of hip hop is done low to the ground, so it helps you get comfortable moving in that position. So cross training in hip hop, beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful thing. So we did jazz and hip hop. What else do we got? Contemporary. Contemporary is amazing for a tap dancer to cross train in. So taking classes in contemporary, what does that do for a tap dancer? Musicality, it can. But okay, sometimes I know some of you are like, wait, the last contemporary class I took, they didn't care about counts. You kind of just moved and felt the music. The same can be said for modern. But sometimes you do have counts. But more than anything, you learn expression in a contemporary class. Never mind counts, never mind body positions. You can get that in a jazz and hip hop class. What can you get in contemporary class or modern class that you can't get in the other classes as much? You can get expression in every class, but as much. What is the focal point of a contemporary and modern class? Modern, you get a lot of technique, you get a lot of plie, you get a lot of body positions. Great things. Contemporary, you get expression. A tap dancer has to be able to express the music they are playing. You can't just do it. You can't just tap it and say, okay, there's the music. That's like hearing somebody sing but having no emotion on their face. You have to be able to express those emotions as you're making the music. And you can learn that in a contemporary class. I know that because I teach a contemporary class, and that's what I teach for the most part in that class, is how to use your body to portray sadness. Same movement to portray happiness. You know, like you have to be able to be versatile in the movements that you're using to portray different emotions. You learn that in a contemporary class. So that's the benefit of cross-training in contemporary. Modern, benefit of cross-training in modern, muscle work. Oh Lord, you're gonna have like the ability to isolate and work on abs in contractions, which is very important for a tap dancer because how do we keep our balance? Abs. And then you're going to be able to work on different body positions and getting comfortable in those positions. Right, Bento? Right? Body positions are so important. He goes, I know modern. Love you. So, cross-training, cross-training in modern can be very, very beneficial for strengthening the entire body. But let's go back to ballet. Why was my emphasis on ballet? Because what's one of the most important muscles or body parts a tap dancer needs to work on that doesn't get a lot of work in other classes except for tap and ballet? These, your ankle. A ballet bar, going through an entire ballet bar sequence works your ankle so intricately. So to get more articulation, to get strength in the tiniest muscle that we use, ballet is incredible training. So you think about the fact that you have plies and releves. So what are you doing? You're stretching and compressing your ankles, right? Just in a regular plie, I feel my Achilles stretching. We as tap dancers constantly compress our Achilles. Giving it a good stretch is so healthy for it. And then the front of our ankles, same thing. We compress, we stretch. So they're stretching and compressing at opposite times. That's just plie. Then you have to get into tendu. What do you do with a tendu? You slide it, you point it. How much foot and ankle work went into just that one movement? That is a lot. And then as you bring it back, and you're also using all of these muscles as well, which we use. But there's just so much going on in that ankle that you can't get from other styles as intricately as you can get from a ballet bar. So cross-training in ballet is just absolutely paramount to me. Dégagé, same thing as a tendu. You just leave the ground. That's good for us because we can think about the rhythm. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So we can, as we take bar, even if we're not in tap shoes, you shouldn't be in tap shoes when you do ballet bar, unless it's an all-tap class. Be weird if you were the only person in tap shoes. But as you do it, you go 1, da, 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 and you can really work on your rhythm with that because those have rhythm in ballet. You don't just do it, there's rhythm to it. So you can work on that as you're working on that ankle articulation. Should I mention frappes? Like, this is the part of bar most people hate. I know this because I used to teach ballet to adults, and the frappes was the part of the bar that everyone hated. But look, how tap dancer is this? You have this great stretch of the Achilles, you have the compression of the front of the ankle. Oh, you almost got kicked. I was about to frappe. And then strike. And it's an instant change from stretch to compress and compress to stretch. You're working those muscles nice and quick. Frappes are beautiful. Rhonda Jeans. I skipped Rhonda Jeans because I got really excited about Frappe. So you have the slow Rhonda Jeans, right? You're working this muscle in plie. You have all of the ankle engaged, all of the foot engaged. Bring it around. You're working on center of gravity, and you still have the ankle engaged. So Rhonda Jeans, then you've got Rhonda Jeans on layer. It's going to work all these muscles. We use these all the time. So what have I missed? Well, there's also releves. You do so many releves. Hello. Do you want to do a releve? You do so many releves. Look at the ankle work. The ankle work is insane, just on down. So plie, roll through, up, and then down. Y'all, my ankles are on fire, but in a good way. So, and yes, I say y'all. I'm from North Florida. Anyway, so cross training in ballet may not be your favorite thing. Maybe you don't like ballet class. Maybe you don't want to do ballet. Maybe it's just like, I would never want to see pink tights again. Just take a bar. There's ballet bars available on YouTube, and I know that. I'd be happy to give them. I'd be happy to like put one together for you guys if you want me to. Please put it in the comments if you want me to. I have trained in ballet my whole life. I am not a ballet teacher, but I could do a basic ballet bar for tap dancers, and that I could do for you guys. That could be a lot of fun. But essentially, ballet training for the ankles will give you a lot of strength training for the smallest muscle that we use. And it'll also give you flexibility training for those muscles. And it just general works, that it's not just like, all right, well, I'm doing the thing without training the little muscles, you know? So cross training can be great for any style of dance. If you're a hip hop artist, cross training in ballet and tap and jazz has benefits for all of the things that you do. You're a ballerina, cross training in tap dance is absolutely essential. Why? Rhythm, musicality. That's what you can learn in a tap class if you are any other kind of dancer. Rhythm and musicality is so important for every other style of dance. Even some of you guys are like, hey, wait, some modern, they don't have musicality. They just kind of do whatever and then add the music later. They do. That's part of the art of modern. It's more about the movement sometimes. It's more about the concept. It's more intellectually about the body than it is about the music. But musicality can also help you stay in time and really count the music that you're hearing so that you end at the appropriate time. Counting is essential. Rhythm is essential. Musicality is essential. So even if you think it's not related, what you learn in tap class can help you in other styles of dance, and vice versa. My emphasis today was on ballet because I cannot emphasize enough how good a ballet bar is for a tap dancer. So hopefully this helped you guys out with some ideas while maybe you're still in quarantine, or maybe you're just looking for extra classes to take. Any extra class will help you as a tap dancer. But if you can find yourself a ballet class to take, even if you just take bar, even if you just do the bar and peace out. I do that sometimes because I'm just really, really busy and I only have half an hour before my next thing. So I'm like, hey, can I just come in for bar? Even if you just do that half hour that you spent working those muscles, you will see and hear a difference in control, in articulation, in musicality, because you have the control and the articulation to do it. You'll see a difference. It's amazing. I can talk about this all day, but I probably should let y'all go about your lives. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of Tappy Talks, where we talk about cross training. Again, if you want me to give you guys like a little ballet bar for tap dancers, let me know and I will do that. But if you don't, if you'd rather have like a regular normal ballerina teach you that, that's fine too. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to do. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and becoming a part of my tap fam. This is the greatest thing because I am your online tap dance teacher and you are my online tap students, and I love it. I love it so much. So subscribe and hit that thumbs up button if you got something good out of this video, or if you just love this video, or if you just like my shirt, sure. Hit the thumbs up button because it does help other people find this video a little bit easier, because that's how YouTube's algorithm works. And yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot today. And as always, thank you for dancing with me.